guys, welcome back. It's been a long time since I've filmed. I'm gonna say probably about a month. I just needed a break with everything that was going on, but I'm ready to come back on here. I did miss yins, I missed the comments and that. I just went through a couple of those. And let's get back into checking out all of my budget reviews. So, for those of you who are new, I picked the Hemlock and Oak 2024 Daily Planner for my budget planner. I did use this planner for my budget planner for last year as well, and there's just something about this little mighty beefy planner that just keeps me coming back to my budgeting. I've tried other budget planners in the past, mainly I believe they were Happy Planner budgeting systems and that. um, I can't think of the other ones that I've tried. The ones that are coming to my mind are the Happy Planner ones. And yes, they were cute, and you had all these stickies, and they're bright and colorful and cheerful. But it just seemed like I focused more on the planner than my actual budgeting and room. I do remember that there was like really no room, because if you've watched any of my other videos, you realize very quickly that there are days that I just like full on binge spend, which isn't good, but you can't fix it if you don't log it, and logging it helps me acknowledge what I do. So, let's get into checking out what has happened. I am gonna continue to do these in weekly installments, just because it's been a month since I've last been on here. So, what we have going on here, this is the annual page, the year at a glance page. I like to create like a little financial dashboard with it. Let's see here, the last time I would have saw you guys would have been probably May 25th. So I just got the car inspected. Oh Lord, this was a bad time. Okay, I could see why I stopped filming. But yeah, no, I just got some things worked on the car, got it ready for a car inspection. I really wasn't planning on keeping this car. I wanted to trade it in and update, but that just wasn't financially possible. So yeah, I was a little down in the dumpster. We had a lot of work drama, a lot of work stress going on at the same time. It was just bad, guys. It was bad. Yeah, but the other thing that I had going for me is my credit score is improving. Again, I think I even said this in the last one. I would not have expected this thing to be improving, but it is. So I'm still trying to figure out that whole ratio that they use to determine your credit score. Because I'm just saying, guys, with what has happened from April to May, yeah. In my mind, it should have went down, but yeah, apparently, according to FICO, it goes up. But yeah, that's how I use this page. Holidays, birthdays are in purple. Of course, the account that I'm focusing on is in red. When I do pay it off, I check it off. The green's all the paydays, of course, taxes. Car inspection, registration plates, photo ID renewals. I list those in orange. It just reminds me of safety cones. Large amounts of money in would be the yellow. So that's how I pretty much use this page, and it kind of gives me an idea of the fluctuations during the entire year. One thing that I did add in here is the holiday plans sheet. What I'm doing with this is it's kind of giving me a rough estimate of how much I spend on each of these holidays. This way I can plan better for next year, so that it's just not like a spur of the moment and being like, oh man, we need to buy stuff for this and that. And now I kind of got a rough idea of how much I need to put back for each of these. So it's starting to come together there. Last year's daily planner came with a 2 years at a glance. Again, normally these are pages I wouldn't have used in my budget planner, but I've learned to take my information from Stebit.com or the Debt Payoff Planner app, which is really, really cool. Basically, you plug in all of your debts and it gives you a nice little payoff plan. Then this way you know how much to pay per month and when each of those debts is going to be paid off as long as you stick to the plan. Um, that's the tricky part. But what I did here is whatever dates that payoff plan gave me, I would write down the account in the month when it's supposed to be paid off. So we could see Chase is supposed to be paid off at the end of June. The PayPal buyer credit is paid off by the end of August. Merrick. This is the end of the debt tunnel for me. So again, it's kind of motivating to me. And the other thing that I did here is when I am paying off the accounts, I just use a coordinating highlighter and I just highlight the week. This way I can kind of see how long it takes me to pay each of those accounts off. So you can see here that we are still battling Chase. Last year's I call it death card, was Discover. I, I pretty much bit off more than what I could chew. And so, yeah, Mr. Discover's over here. So, yeah, we just keep trucking along, guys. But we did get a lot paid off last year, so it wasn't perfect, but we still got some paid off, and any debt paid off is better than no debt. Another thing that I tried this year was the Hungry Hungry Piggos. And again, any of these cute little coloring sheets that we're about to see, they are from debtfreecharts.com. Heidi Nash just makes some of the cutest little budgeting and I guess like goal-centered coloring sheets. They're cute. And for somebody who does like to color in that and you just don't want the plain old boring stuff in your budget planner, they are cute and adorable and they're really affordable. So that's why I use her items. But the one thing that I wanted to focus on for this year was the needs versus wants. I am getting better at it. If I would compare what I do now versus what I did 4 years ago, I am a lot better at identifying the wants versus needs, and I'm a lot better at I guess realizing like I may want something today at this moment. Like I may think like, oh man, I can't live without this thing. I need it now, and I do. I'm thinking like my mind is just racing with things that I've bought in the past. And I mean, we've all had them where they're those purchases that you bought because you literally thought that you couldn't live without it, and like 2 days after having it, or even after just making the purchase, you're like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. That was bad. I don't need that. Yeah, those regrettable purchases. So I have gotten a lot better with that, guys. And I know if you've seen some of my other budget reviews, it may not look like that. But again, like my main ones now are the candles. Like I am a Bath and Body Works candle addict. I just have to have them, okay? Like I don't need them, I want them. And they do bring a little bit of joy to my life. Which I did have a YouTube comment on this is how I don't feel guilty about spending for things on my, for me. Definitely with as much debt as I have. And the only explanation I can have for that is that's why I do my stash funds, which I take $50 out of each check. It's automatic. And what I'm supposed to do with that is that I do have the $50 and it's coming out, and then I see it in the little stash funds. I do refer to it as stash, but it's technically my fun funds. I have a separate emergency funds. That's for the things that I need to buy, but I don't really want to buy, but you need them. That's how I keep those two separated. Um, the emergency funds in themselves would be like if the car breaks down, or like if I need tires or need to repair the muffler, that's coming out of the emergency funds. Whereas if Bath and Body Works is having that annual sale, I pull from the stash funds. So that's how I reduce the guilt, because I know that I'm putting $50 to the side for myself for nice things, because paying off debt does suck. But you have to realize that you put yourself there. So, yeah, you have to pay off the debt because you know it's just what we got to do. And like I said, like I think that was one of the hardest things of going into this whole budget journey, this whole paying down debts and stuff, is acknowledging that you put yourself there. So let's not do that, because it does, it sucks. And I guess just keeping a positive attitude about it, you got to. Again, this is the whole little car loan thing, which is taking forever, guys. When I got this car loan, I seriously didn't think it was gonna take me this long to pay this stupid thing off. If I would put this as my focus account, it would get paid off a lot quicker, because we're about to see that I do additional payments for each month. But yeah, it has very low interest, and like I said, I am stuck with the turd car for now, so it's not a priority for me. I would rather get high interest cards out of the way, because to me it's it's going to cost less in the long run. Of course, I put in the house deposit little coloring sheet, but as we can see, we are focusing on other things because they take priority over this right now. So that brings us to Tetris, and this is round 2 of Tetris. I have the original Tetris in the other planner, but again, I'm just trying to make it more fun, just trying to add a little bit of pop of color in here, but making it functional. And like we could even see, like May was a very bad month for paying down the debts. It's the lowest amount that I've had so far this year, and yeah. But progress is progress, guys. And I guess I should note, because like like as a YouTube creator, I do try my best not to take it personally, take it I don't even know the words for this, but you got the likes and the dislikes for the videos and that. If you are a viewer who's expecting perfection, who's expecting like no emergencies to happen, to have the funds at all times, I mean, we all have seen those videos. Might be why you found my channel. I am not that budgeter. Far away from that type of budgeter. I like to call it real life. Do I go on candle shopping sprees? Yes. Have I accumulated a ton of debt that I should not have because of those shopping sprees? Yes. Am I proud of it? By no means, no. But it is what it is. This is my debt. This is what I've done, and I'm trying to get myself out of it. Slowly but surely. And, there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be hiccups along the way, as we can see in May. But, that's why I started doing my budget review videos, because I was just tired of going onto YouTube and seeing all of these perfect little budget planners, and uh, it just, I don't know, it was just disheartening to me because that's not how mine worked. So it turned into like there's something wrong with me, which, I mean, not me personally, but yes, I do have. From what I've learned, is it's an emotional spending thing, which it's not even just when things are going bad; it's when things are going good. If things are going bad, I will purchase to try to fix that low emotion. But at the same time, when things are going really good, I get like a spending high on, like, oh yeah, things are going good and you're kicking butt, so you get surprise. Um, so that's why I intertwine the emotional aspects of what's going on during the day. I like to track when I'm spending, because it just gives you a much more insight into what you spend on and why you spend. I hope that makes sense, guys. I am by no means an expert. I'm just going by what has happened, and I know in every video I come on here and say I'm gonna fix this, and do I? No. But that's Mr. Detritus, and in the later weekly reviews, we were gonna see that I did surpass level 1, finally. And again, all I can do is keep focusing on these extra payments and try to get this down, try to get it moved to 0%. Anything to get it to reduce, because at the end of the day, that is the end goal here, guys. So I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna get a little sippy of some collagen, and we're gonna get back on here to go through the daily pages. Alrighty, guys, let's go back and take a look at the end of May. Um, Again, these were not good times. We had a very high turnover at work. You had the onset of summer stress coming in. We lost our day employee. We lost one of our night employees. We replaced that night employee with somebody else. So I was training the day employee. I was practically babysitting this new employee. And like I said, we just got the car inspected, so all of the extra funds that I had that were supposed to go towards paying off the debt had to go towards the car, which is a turd car that I didn't want. And we're about to see that the turd car still broke down. So, um, yeah, May was just, May go away. Okay, that's how the month of May was. But, yeah, when I would have left Jins, we can see that we had the curse of Walmart here. Again, I do use the schedule part of this because it's helping me realize if there's danger times of when I should be going out. See, we got the muffler fixed, and of course, I eat out. That's when my break is. So we can see really not too much going on these days. Just a blank. This is me just staying home. So when I stay home and I don't go anywhere, I don't spend. So yeah, so we could see stress spending. Yeah. See, lots of car. So that's why I used the schedule part of this, because it's really easy for me to just flip through the pages and be like, "Ooh, that's what was going on," or I was out of the house a lot. This one is shopping with the pops. He loves to spend. He loves to browse. This man can literally spend 4 to 6 hours shopping. Even though he didn't want anything, he can still go. He loves shopping. So yeah, I always try to prepare myself when I do go with him, because I do tend to spend more. Um, yeah, it was supposed to be just an ice cream sale. Literally, they were on sale. I think it was like 3 for $5. And I just wanted to stock up on ice cream, and it turned into going to Walmart. And yeah, but I mean, I did need to stock up on cat food as well. So, we got Bert some goodies while we were there. Of course, I got some cupcakes because they looked cool. They did. They were shaped like hamburgers, so yeah, I got them, and I did pay off a collagen purchase, so got that taken care of. Going into Monday, which I mean, I'm going back mentally into this, guys, and was this was not a good week at all. So it was Memorial Day, so I didn't have to go to work. Um, so yeah, I basically stayed in, didn't go anywhere, and it did help with the spending. Then we go back to work on Tuesday. Tuesday was a ride to work that I will never forget. Um, I knew there was something wrong with the car. Like, I got the muffler fixed and that, and it was just acting weird as I was driving it the week before. And yeah. I only have a 10-minute ride to work, okay? And as soon as I pulled out the driveway, I was like, oh, dude, this ain't cool, but it's like, just get to work, and we'll figure it out. And I literally watched my gas gauge just go down and go down and go down. And I'm like, oh, Lord, this ain't bad. And it's like, you could really smell the gas. um, yeah, as soon as I parked it at work, uh, it just dumped all the gas, guys. So whatever gas I got, which I think I just filled up like a couple days before this, is literally laying on the ground. The fuel rail, blew. To which every one of my coworkers is freaking out, and yeah, I just get out of the car and just start laughing because that's how I handle stress. And hey, the way I looked at it is, I bought just enough gas to get to work that day. Okay, I made it. I didn't wreck. I didn't blow up. To me, that was a very good moment. It just, yeah, and I really wasn't mentally ready to deal with it. So, yeah, um, the good news is I did have those emergency funds, so I went out and went to the ATM, got those out, and gave it to the pups so that he could take it to our shop and get the fuel rail replaced. Yay, right? So yeah, get the car fixed up. So it was nice, you know. Again, I'm very grateful for that. I know it could have cost a lot more than what I paid, and we got the turd up and running again. And like I said, I had the savings, so it didn't come out of my checking account. I used my Michael's points. Because, I wanted to do something nice for Ray, so I made him an apron since he is the cook in the house. Yes, yeah, he is the cook in the house. Yes, I said that correctly. So, used my points for that. And again, I had to replace the gasoline because it dumped all over the parking lot there. And I had to replace some gas for Bill because he had to put the gas in it to get it back to the house. um, okay, I even had a little sticky note, okay, just a little sticky. I do this at the beginning of each year when I'm getting this ready, and even with the sticky note there, it still came up and got me by surprise. I think it's just with everything else going on, I was more or less logging and going day by day instead of looking into the future of the week. But yeah, so funds are really getting low, and of course he comes out, and I'm like, come on, dude. But the good news is the bank that I have, it won't give you an overdraft fee you have so many days to do what you need to do before you get to fee. So yeah, we're starting with a negative balance. But and again, guys, I mean, I have to laugh about it. Okay, I have to. Is it good? No, no, it's not. But yeah, I found that laughter helps here. So, yeah. See, goodbye, May. I've had enough of May. But fortunately for me, this was a payday, so it quickly, compensates for itself. See, there's my stash fund. So those are my fun funds. I just stash away $50 out of each pay. I did not have to do a daily payment out of this one because the month of May had 3 paydays, so I already have my 2 chunks for my daily savings, which is $5 a day. It gives you about $1,800 at the end of the year. So that's my quick and easy way of saving money. And again, I was paying off all of Bert's food. That little guy has been so expensive. His kitty food price is ridiculous lately. It used to only be like $20 a month, and now I swear it's like up to 60 to 70. And again, paying off for more Vita. That's the collagen that I use. For most people, the collagen is a want. What I've found is I need it. To be my best, to actually function as a human being, I need it. It helps with the inflammation. It helps with the joint pain. It's made a huge difference in my muscle strength and that. So with my job being very physical, this helps me be the best employee that I can be, and it helps keep me sane. So, it is an expensive little thing there, but it's considered one of those needs, so I do put back money for that as well. And I did get those extra payments for Chase. That would have been the 12th and the 26th payment, because I do make an additional $50 every Sunday. At least I tried to. We can see here in the month of May, it just pretty much went down the toilet, but I did get those in before the month was over, so that's good. May was not so good of a month, but at the same time, I pretty much got it evened out. And again, with the start of a new month, you try your best to go into it like with the positive note. I always try to look at every month as a new chapter in my budget journey. It's another month to try your best to get those debts paid down. Like I said earlier, guys, we are not perfect. We are not perfect at all. So yeah, May was a sucky month. And yeah, I'm supposed to start the month off like on a positive note here. And I think it just all caught up with me. And yeah, I went on a Sally's going to buy and buy and buy. Why do I do this? Yeah. But the good news is, I mean, I got the bills. I got the bills paid, right? I did get my haircut. It's not the best of haircuts, guys. I do not recommend getting a short bob. But I wanted it because, summer's coming and I didn't want to waste time blow drying my hair at 3 in the morning because, summer shifts are coming. And so that was the purpose of it. And then I got it and I was like, oh Lord, this is bad. So yeah, bad, bad, bad. And of course, Bath and Body Works has that annual sale. And so I got hit by that too. Should I have? No. No, by all means, no. I can look back at this and I can look at it and just be like, dude, you shouldn't have done that. That was all bad. And that's why I log this. because it helps me, you know, when this idea comes to my mind here later on, I can look back to this and just be like, hey, remember when you did that and it didn't go so well? Here it is, June 1st. So, um, yeah. So I think I'm gonna end this one on the monthly setup for June here. And another thing that I do want to reflect on is normally I have these made ahead of time, which we can see that I am finally doing what I'm supposed to be doing since this is the last week of June, even though we're reviewing May still. It's I normally have this set up no later than the 15th, so like the middle, so like by Monday. I'm gonna have August drawn up, written out. Then this way I can pre-plan what's happening. With everything that was happening in May, I don't think I've made June's. I feel it was right around here. I was a couple days into June before I realized, like, dude, you gotta get in there. It's just, I was just disgusted with it, and I didn't want anything to deal with it, so, yeah. But that's why I keep this planner. There is something, and I mean, guys, I keep telling you this, there is something magical about this planner for me that makes me want to use it. And this may not be the planner for you, but that's, if you are using a budget planner and you just realize like you don't keep coming back to it and you don't like looking at it, it is not the planner for you, and try another one. You will find that planner, and for me it is this planner. If I would have been using one of the Happy Planners or any of the other ones that I used in the past, I'm telling you, I wouldn't have come back. There would not have been a return, and we would have just made that whole debt mess that we saw earlier. It would have just got a lot worse. But I think my monthly setup here, it's pretty easy. It's pretty self-explanatory. I just take all the mandatory bills, the ones that give you the late fees, the late charges. They're normally due on the same day. They normally have the same amount. Rent's a perfect example. It's due on the 1st. It's always $550. Of course, the UPMC, it's the same thing. These I put all in one color for the month of June. It's yellow. And why I separate them is because these, the ones in pink right here, these are my optionals. They're generally positive for my financial health. So this would be like my daily savings. I'm saving funds for myself. The extra payments towards my debt, because that's helping me reduce the debt. I'm not going to get a late fee or anything if I don't put funds towards those. So that's why I separate the color on here. Just because, like, we can see here that I did not make that additional payment on the Sunday, but I did make the payment for the bills. The bills are mandatory. So I guess that's another way of how I can say that I don't feel guilty about spending money on myself. Like, should that money be going towards paying down my debts? Yes. That, in the perfect world, the perfect budgeting system, that's where all of the funds would be going. But to me, life would just be boring. I don't want to live in a world without a Bath and Body Works candle. I want that candle, guys. I don't need it, but I want it. It does bring me a little bit of joy. So that's how I keep these separated, because I do have to pay the bills. The bills are mandatory, and there was a time where I would spend on the wants and I wouldn't pay the bills. So yeah, for me, I am making progress. Because there was a very bad time, guys. Maybe we'll get into that in these next videos here. But yeah, there was times of where I made really bad budgeting decisions. But that's how we got where we are. And like I said, all you can do is learn from those mistakes and just keep moving forward with them. I think that's all I gotta really say about this monthly layout here. Like I said, it pretty much speaks for itself. If you do have any questions or just anything, just leave comments. I'll get back to you on them. But like I said, I feel like this is a good spot to end this one because it's pretty lengthy since it is the first budget review that I've done in a month. And with that, guys, I just want to close out and say thank you so much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. And if you'd like to see what happens next in my budget journey, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button.